Right. Hi, everyone. Right. If you're looking for a way to make an extra income, um, just selling the knowledge that you've already gained, and you can actually make money while you're sleeping because you don't necessarily need to be there. What's important for you is to put out some content, maybe open up a YouTube channel and provide your link for your online digital course. So it could be anything, literally from music, teaching, create a course on piano lessons, music, maybe guitar, or farming, or singing, maybe a singing coach. You know, that could work. That could work for you, but you need to maybe help to convert that into a digital product and you're passionate about teaching and mentoring students, this will be the right platform for you. So what you simply do is just log into your account, right? So this is just the basic view, and these are the categories that are there at the moment. So you decide on which category do you think you fall under, maybe what you want to be doing as a course falls under maybe languages. If it's a language that you feel you can create a course about and mentor or support students to learn a new skill about that, that could be you. So eventually, these are some of the courses that have already been done. So it's entirely up to you to put up a course as a free course or as a paid course. So it's entirely up to you. So these are free courses because our admins are mainly going to be focusing on sharing these free courses that create or provide that functional skill to everybody. So I've noticed that we have so many individuals trying to make applications abroad. So this course just gives you just mini 20 lessons, mixture of texts, video lessons taken from different sites. Some of the information is from some of the websites that we're already familiar with online, but just narrowing that information to give it to an individual and learn about how to actually apply and create a very good CV that you can get recognized and prepare yourself along the journey. So it's for free. So you find free courses, you find professionals creating these courses and just enrolling onto this. Some of them are very, very affordable. If they are to set prices, I believe they're going to be affordable and you get the value for the money. If you feel the course is not really working for you or it didn't go well with you, there's always a review. You can leave a review for the course so that it helps the tutor to actually be better or create some more content to maybe cover those spaces or gaps that were made during that. So what we're going to simply do is just to run an overview of how you can create a course. So I'm just going to log in with my with just an initial account that we can just use for the sake of the video, right? So let me type my details. Maybe let me just use this one. Right. Yeah, my Wi-Fi connection has been really, really poor this morning. But yeah, all right. In general, this is a different view. But when you log into your account as a student, you might see a different view from this one that we're seeing. So this is just on a different gadget, and unfortunately today my Wi-Fi is not really that strong. But I will try to just show you how everything works as an overview. These are the two examples of courses that have already been done, but just for free. They've got 20 lessons and 11 sections. Students that are enrolled are zero because nobody has enrolled onto the course. So if you're a course instructor, you will see all this on your account as soon as you become an instructor. But to become an instructor, you need to be approved. You need to maybe create a sort of a course first of all, then submit that, and also along with your CV and what your passion is in the category that you wish to be creating content in. Then that will literally help you so that we guide along the way, because we also have a set standard of what are we trying to put across. So if you believe that you're going to be a course instructor, you need to understand that our courses are mainly functional skills. At the same time, it's project based. So your course layout should be at a point where when we finish or when a student finishes the course, they've already created something along the learning process. So at the end of the day, they should be holding a certain project that they are holding, so that they have created something and then they can be able to expand on that knowledge. For example, the CV course, when you are done, you need to be at a stage where you've already created a CV according to the international standard. So it makes it easier for you to learn some opportunities for an interview or for a job that you want to achieve, right? So we're just going to open one. Maybe let's go to edit course. So you can duplicate your course. Maybe you want to create another course, but it's similar to the other one. You can duplicate that very same course. Then you start to edit the information. So this is a basic overview that we're going to have. So this is the basic information that you put across, like the title. The title has to be focused to exactly what you're trying to achieve. At the same time, what type of audience that you want to address. It would be very good for your courses to have all that, so that it hits directly to the individuals that are looking for that information. Then short description. This is just a short, a brief or overview of what the course is about. So make it short, make it sweet, include the relevant things that people are looking forward to do. So we're not going to be reading much into this, but it's just the layout overview we're showing for now. Then the description, just now digging deeper, just to give a detailed description of what the course is about. Then select your category. Is it personal development? Is it agriculture? Then is this course for beginners, or it's for intermediate, or it's for advanced individuals in that very same field? We usually use English because we're trying to, it's a global language. It makes it easier to address. But if you're teaching languages, it's it's good to use a language. It could be in English, but the course itself, it's going to be done in that very same language. So you can use Debele, you can use Shona, but the course content can be in that language, but descriptions and all that, you can include that English, so that an individual who doesn't know that language can understand what you're going to that what they're going to be learning for that language, right? Then there is you can make the course private. Maybe you wanted to create this for a boot camp, or you just want it to be private to a certain number of people. That's entirely up to you. Upcoming, pending, drafts, and inactive. These are self-explanatory. You can try these functions to see how it works. All right. Then we go on to curriculum. Right. So on the curriculum, that's where we're now creating the full structure of our lessons. So the first element is the ed section. A section could be maybe a topic that we're going to cover. Then a lesson, you'll be adding a lesson underneath a section. So underneath each topic, you can put a lesson or you can add a quiz. Then this is to sort your sections, because sometimes you've already created a topic, but you think, oh, this topic should have been then the first topic that I should that a student should go through. So you can sort your section so that it goes to the top. That's the sort button there, right? So the ed quiz is usually good when you're creating an assessment lessons where at the end of the first section, throw in a quiz so that the student also understands the main key concepts of what was being discussed during that section. So, for example, we've got the first one. So, the first section has got two lessons, right? We've got what is a CV, then the second one is CV versus resume globally. So, that's what we're covering in our first topic, understanding the basics, you know. So these are the lessons. So when we're creating these lessons as well, there's so many options for you to choose from. You can add a YouTube video link. Usually YouTube video link would be best, especially if you're having challenges with poor Wi-Fi connections. If you're trying to upload a video, it might take you time. It might be disrupted at any given point if it loses signal and all that. So it would be good to use YouTube, because YouTube is a perfect platform that you can upload your video, and it takes it's quite good to put it in that space. Then you can copy that link, or don't publish the video to everybody, to the public. Make it a private video so that only people who access your course on Study Companion Africa courses, they are only able to see that video. So don't publicly publish your content that you've already uploaded on YouTube, but privately do that. Then you create a video lesson. So when you create a video lesson, it means that they will see the video from your course content. Then you can add a text lesson. It means you can add a text and images within your text. Maybe the lesson is based on a text. So maybe the lesson is based on some content that's on your Google Drive. You can copy that link from Google Drive, then you use that. Or it's a document, you can click that as a document. Maybe it's a PDF that you've already done. Aside from everything you just want to upload it as a file, you can upload it as a file. Or it's an image, or showing a diagram, or concepts within that image. That's when you can use that. So these are the variety of different types of lessons you can put across. But it's good to mix both, so that there is visual, then there is text, there are images, there are diagrams. Then somebody you can make it easy for them to follow through and create what you are expecting your students to be creating along with your lessons. So a very good section should have text lesson, video lesson, even a document as part of that lesson, so that you are covering all the spaces. All right. So this is an example of the first one, all right? First section. So my sections can actually have even up to 20 lessons, or 10 lessons, or 11 lessons. It depends with how you are structuring your course and what you're expecting your students to go through. So it's also good to sit down and plan your course, to say this is where we're going to start from. Then we go to section 2. We're speaking of the length and the role specific. So what are lessons am I expecting my students to know? Maybe how long should my CV be? Is it good idea to place a picture on on your CV? So whenever they are doing these lessons, they are both video and there is text based, because it's always good as student to have that visual aspect to play around with, so that they read at the same time they see, and at the same time they try it on their own for every section. Then on this section, I've added a quiz just to cover these first sections: section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, up to 6, just to reflect on what we have learned, so that the student also understands what we're trying to achieve, and also use multiple choice or fill in the blanks, because it's easier other than using short answers. Short answers are mainly for maybe assignments. If your course has assignments, that's if you want to put up assignments on your course, that is also possible. So with just these elements, understanding that the section is mainly the topic, then the lesson, you can add any different type of a lesson: a video, a text, a document file. It could be any lesson, but all those are on there. But you need to select which section you want to add that lesson to. Then here, quiz, you need to add a section that you want to add that quiz to. Then you sort if you want to change the arrangement or the layout of your courses. Then at the end of your course, your student automatically gets a certificate of completing that course. It's also that aspect of sense of achievement as well, right? Then we're done creating that. Then we go on to live classes. If you were maybe having any live classes that you take on with the course, that go along with the course, that's if it's necessary for you. It means that you are now involved as part of the course. So if anybody's to enroll, they can check when the dates are for your live classes that you consistently do for that course. Then pricing it's entirely up to you how much you want to charge for your product, because you have spent your time creating that course. But it's also good to be very considerate, because we're speaking about something that's digital. At the same time, we are local. This is something that we're creating for somebody who's also um, trying to benefit from that skill. So being considerate in terms of the amounts that you're putting across for your content, it needs to be something that's personal to you, because you understand it, you know what it's worth, right? So if it's paid, you put your amount for your course. Then for those that run YouTube channels or Facebook channels where you actually create some good content and expect people to buy your courses, you can use the link for your course. At the same time, you can create a coupon. Maybe create a coupon to just say at the end of the video, use this code to get maybe 30% off or 10% off, so that you run sales as much as possible so that people can also try to enroll on your course, right? Then you can create a course that is a lifetime, that is a limited lifespan. Maybe you want it to be 1 year, or you want it to be lifetime. Maybe it should be there forever and forever. As long as the system is up and running, your course will always be advertised there. Then we go on to info, right? On info, you need to create course frequently asked questions. Sit down, think about how a student or somebody who doesn't know about that course could ask. So, who is this course for? Obviously, that's the first question when I see a course. Who is this really for? Because I need to understand that. Then you need to answer that for them so that they can also read the responses to this. So they explain that this course is designed for job seekers who want to apply international job opportunities. So this will help me to know, do I need to be part of this course, or do I not need to enroll for that course? Then all these are the questions that you think might come across. So there are good tools that you can use to create some of this content, because you've already got the knowledge. So open ChatGPT so that it helps you to bridge that gap of your own traditional knowledge and its own artificial knowledge that it has. So you blend the two so that it helps you to structure a very good course that you can come up with, but with genuine knowledge that is relatable to the topic and the audience. Because we are local, this is for Africans, this is for us. So be detailed in the aspect of where you're coming from so that it relates. Then the requirements, what are the requirements needed for somebody to enroll for the course? These are the basic things that you can set up. Maybe somebody needs a laptop, somebody needs this. Maybe you need to be having a certificate like this for you to enroll for the course. These are all your requirements that you can have for that course. Then the outcomes, you also detail out what are the outcomes. Craft powerful and custom cover letters. So these are the things that also help the student before they enroll for the course to know exactly, is this course for me or it's not for me. Then they decide from there. So you need to plan as well what you're going to put across on this information, because it's going to be key for your course. Then we've got the media section. The media section is where we create now. That's why I always emphasize the use of ChatGPT, free tools, and Canva, because there are templates already. So if you want to create a thumbnail, just Google on Canva thumbnail. It will pop up like maybe a thumbnail. Then let's say a thumbnail for farming. So just go onto Canva, type thumbnail farming. You see so many templates with very good designs. Some of them are free. If they are free, just get onto it, customize it, put your text there, download it, upload your thumbnail, choose your file there. Then the banner as well, do the same thing. Choose the banner, edit the text, make it yours. Then you upload your banner. But make sure that you get somebody's attention using your banner. If it's something about maybe farming, make sure you detail it out on your banner, because that's the first thing that the student sees. So be precise when it comes to the title. Create the action. Try to explain the result within that title, the same title, the result, the action, the result, and the time frame. Such statements would work for you, because it will be easier. Then, if you want, you can go on a step further, because you have created video materials where within your lessons, right, where you are taking yourself a video, or you're taking interviews of other individuals as part of the course, or yourself promoting your video, explaining how everything works, or it could be part it's some section of your course. So it's just a small snippet, so that a student can also preview to say, oh, okay, I think maybe it would be really a good lesson. Maybe you can pinpoint or a snippet of what you're going to be providing within your course. Then search engine optimization. This is also another bigger space where you need to create your keywords for your course. So this gives you a guideline. You can Google these things and understand what it means. But meta keywords, what are they? What are they useful for? But it mainly helps students search your content. These keywords are also, even the site is also indexed within Google. So when somebody's searching for these skills locally, your course might be the first one to pop out, because you've already used very good keywords that are going to be easily found for learning. Then we've got drip content, right? This last section is not really that mandatory for you to understand, but then this is where you set the minimum or the maximum per individual for them to maybe move on to the next section. That is entirely up to you. Maybe somebody can have the liberty to just start maybe scrolling their course from any section, but what's important is for them to complete the course. So if they jump, that's unfortunate to them, because at the end of the day, they won't get the full experience of understanding, because you're creating a project. You can't start it from the middle. That's entirely up to the student. But also, you as a course creator, you decide on what you want to put across. So I think in general, this is how we go over creating our own courses. So if you will struggle with technology, this is pretty straightforward. These two buttons for fronted view and course player. Course player means this is the view where we see how my course looks like on the side of maybe the student trying to who has already been enrolled. What are they going to be seeing? How is my course going to be looking like? So this is just an example. You can filter these or structure these in a more appealing manner so that they look nicer. Format text, add some images, maybe their live lessons and all that. And the certificate, they only get it after they've already completed the lesson. So for now, it's at 00% completed. So the student will start from the top. They start with this one. This one is a video lesson. It actually shows with the icon. Then if it's an assessment or a quiz, then they would also get a different view for the quiz. So it will tell them that the quiz is going to be 5 minutes. So they know that it's going to take them 5 minutes to do the quiz. Then they do the quiz, and you can set the limit of how many times a student should repeat the quiz. Then they move on to the next section. Then the final assessment, as soon as they are passed and it's 100%, it means they're now able to see their certificate that they've got from. Then here's the forum. If they want to maybe ask a question from those that completed the course or anything else, that'll be part of. So here's the fronted view of what the course will be like when somebody is doing the course. So entirely you are in control of doing this. Then the fronted view, this is where we see how the course looks like with our banner and what we've added to just make sure our course is easily found on our platform, and it looks appealing, and it's clear and concise on what we're going to achieve when we enroll for the course if I'm a student. So the view is going to be different, but if you're an instructor, a course instructor, your view would also have this section for courses where you manage your courses. Then there's also boot camps. You can create a series of a boot camp where you create sort of accelerated training for your students. Then you can put that into motion. Then we'll also have team training, where a team, maybe it's an organization, where we can create refresher courses, especially when we are in an industry where there is growth in terms of technology. So, be it you're in manufacturing or whichever field you are in, there is a need for refresher courses so that employees understand their role, understand the expectations of the organization, their culture, their safety culture. So these courses can also be crafted or hire a course instructor, a local course instructor, or have one within the organization who creates these courses and with the aim of achieving certain objectives or set targets, then they can enroll their employees so that they are always aware and know what they're supposed to be doing within their role, right? I think that'll be all for this one.